Ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You know what? We need music. We need music. Hold on. Okay, is it actually streaming? These are the real questions. Let's flip to, hey Charles, thank you for redeeming Put on the Hat. I'm going to take that as it's streaming. Now the hat may become a safety issue tonight. We don't know. And I got to update the counter. So Charles, you get 24. Okay, here's what we're going to do, Charles. We're going to get some music because music is key. Today is Virtual Boy modding craziness. And I am literally nervous on the inside that I'm about to destroy a perfectly good video game console. Like, there is a very real possibility that that is what is about to happen here if I'm not careful. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this without, like, having to go through a whole bunch of extra stuff. How can I get this on the screen? Video capture device. You know what? Let's put it on 2 and see if that'll work. No? Yeah, that kind of works. Everything's all messed up, but it's kind of working. That's enough that I can at least see what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to play Smash Brothers. Good evening, Neutron. Welcome on into this horrible, horrible stream. No, what exactly are we modding on the virtual? I'm going to explain that in just a minute. I promise. I will explain. I want to show everything. I want to explain what we're doing, why we're doing it, and why this is a bad idea, or at least why I think it's a bad idea, as soon as I'm happy with how the stream is set up, because I skipped one thing that I knew I wanted for tonight, which was I wanted music. And so I'm going to turn some Smash Brothers music on, and I know you can barely see me at the moment. Sorry, here, you know what? I can just go back to the screen for now. I can use the TV over there. But I'll show you. This is what we're doing. We are going to insert this right here. This one little card is a virtual tap, is what it's called, if you want to Google it. And it allows you to hook a Virtual Boy up to a TV, either for streaming purposes or for if you want to use it like a console. That's kind of the idea there. So let's see. Why can I still not hear Smash Brothers? I should be able to hear it at this point. Playback through that device, Live Gamer Portable 2. What is going on? This is remarkably difficult. I don't understand why it's not playing any sound, though. Okay, it should be playing sound. Okay, but let's figure out why it's not. I feel like it's a problem with the stream.
What's the problem with the stream?
Nothing. I'm trying to figure out why it's not picking up the sound from the Nintendo, from the whatchamacallit from the Nintendo Switch. I'm trying to put music on stream, and it's being really weird. Like something has disabled all my sound. This is going to be one of those weird streams tonight, you guys. It's just going to be. Like, I'm moving from one thing to the next, and this is not at all video gaming. Like, normally you play a video game, you stare at the screen the entire time, you don't have to do anything. This is going to be messy and confusing and conflustering, all of the above. Okay, so it's definitely playing music in the room now, which is even more annoying. Hey, Tart Chipmunk, welcome.
So it's playing over the TV? Oh, he's gone.
I don't understand what's going on. Why is this not working? Listen to this device. Let's change its output. Let's make its output go to this device. Nothing. What if I put it on the screen? Does that... Yeah, we're having just a little bit of technical difficulty here. It's more frustrating than it is anything. So you can see Smash Brothers on the screen, you just can't hear it. And it's clearly not coming through the AverMedia. We'll try one more thing. We're going to get it working. Because I want music while I'm doing this. That way it can soothe my emotions as I'm getting... Hey! That's music. Okay, we can get started now. Welcome! Except now my screen's all messed up. Here. Let's get back to here. Welcome. Again, I'm starting all over right now. Here's what we're doing tonight. We are modding a Virtual Boy against my better judgment. So let me show you what I got here. This is our setup. We are installing a virtual tap. That's what this is up here. And it looks like this. It is a small little chip that will allow me to get the screen and output it to another display. For those of you who have never seen a Virtual Boy before, this is it. And just to confirm, it is working right now. Can you hear that? Oh, here, I'll turn that game audio back off. That's Galactic Pinball. It's coming through my microphone. It's kind of quiet because the sound is all designed to go in. It's like part of the headset. And if I might be able to get it to show on the camera. We'll try. So you can kind of see a picture in there. Probably not very easily. Galactic Pinball. Is that showing up at all? Or try the big camera. Galactic Pinball. That's what's currently in the system. So, it is a clearly working Virtual Boy. We're about to change that. Which I kind of regret. Which, by the way, if you guys have never seen a Virtual Boy controller, this has to be one of my favorite controllers of all time. So you've got 2 D-pads, 2 buttons on each side, and then it's got a trigger button on the left and right on the other side. This controller was like, it predates the N64 controller for the most part, but it is awesome. Like, I love, like, for somebody who loves Tetris, this would be my ideal controller right here. The D-pad, and it feels just so nice too, but luckily we're not destroying the controller. How's it going, Moki? Okay, so, and this is what a cartridge looks like if you've never seen a a Virtual Boy cartridge. Very, very thin. They're thinner than a Game Boy game. Very thin. Nice label on the front. Gray on the back. Nice little finger hold right here to grip it out of the system because it just slides in and out. Very cool stuff, though. Okay. Let's read the instructions real quick. The Virtual Tap's ribbon connectors have white flaps. Yay. Lift them with tweezers before inserting and removing. Open your Virtual Boy by removing all the screws and lifting the black side of the casing. Disconnect one of the displays from the main board by gently pulling on the white tab of the ribbon cable. Be careful, those are known to be fragile. That's what I love to hear when making these kind of things. This is going to be horrible to watch. I agree. Well, we're going to find out what happens. Insert the Virtual Tap ribbon cable instead. Blue strip facing down. Where's the... I just had it a moment ago. I showed it to you guys. Okay, so blue strap facing down. Now, interestingly enough, there's 2 blue straps, so we may have to figure out what that means. If you want to keep the original display functionality, which I do, insert its own ribbon cable into the Virtual Tap second connector. The drilling location for the video output socket is up to you. I'm going to try to do this without drilling, which I don't think is going to be possible. So normally when people do this mod, and I'm going to try to show you here, normally what they do is they mount an RGB port right here, or a VGA port. So the cable connector that we're going to be using tonight is this connector right here. But because I'm lazy, and because I don't want to have another plug on there for now, and I want this to be fairly removable, I'm going to try to leave it so the cable is actually dangling out, which may be a bad decision. We'll find out as we go. So, the first sign that you know you're doing something that Nintendo intended for you to do is they give you screws that look like that, and they are not friendly. They are not Phillips. They are not any of those. We're going to take the eyepiece off. That's the first thing we're going to do. I think there is a iFixit diagram out there I could probably look up too. But this is called this is called a game bit. And I'm now turning the screws, guys. There's no looking back now. There are not very many of them, Dan. This is true. I told my wife today I'm about to make a $300 mistake. Because this is, in terms of my Nintendo collection, this is definitely the most valuable system in my collection. Might actually be the only system that's worth more than retail. I mean, the Switch was for a little while. So was the Wii. But I don't know that they are anymore. But I'm pretty sure the Virtual Boys are all selling right now for more than retail. So, Jeppy, what are you up to? Well, since you're my chatting companion at the moment.
Not up to anything much. Flying around on Pixelmon server.
Some more Pixelmon. Turn some music back on here. I should probably keep track of how many screws I take out. That's 4 screws. So, Moki, eye strain is the reason the Virtual Boy didn't sell very well. That is true. So, it honestly never really bothered me, although I don't know what kind of damage it actually did to my eyes. But this is actually one of the only video game systems I know that has a timer to tell you to stop playing. So after 15 minutes, it will kick on and say, take a 5-minute break. And I always said no. And I'd play for like an hour and a half. And to make matters worse, I should show you this. So the Virtual Boy has a stand that looks like this. I'll put it on this camera here. Looks like this. It's what the Virtual Boy stands on. You don't actually wear it on your head like a Vive. So you have to like lean into it or look at it. And mine broke. That one's actually brand new. I bought it like 3 weeks ago. But mine broke when I was a kid, and so I would always wear it with it just laying on my head. That was how I would do it. What is eye strain? It's when your eye's a muscle, right, Neutron? So it's no different than straining any other muscle. I'm looking for a game I could just play when I'm bored and have nothing else to do. It's called Tetris Stand Gaming. I've been playing it my entire life. You'll never master it. Well, that was anticlimactic. It's a piece of plastic. That's all it is. 4 screws. That's as far as we got. We're going to use it as a tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 screws to take that bottom plate. You know what? I'm going to look real quick just to see if there is... iFixit. Virtual Boy. Just want to see if there is a teardown. Oh, there is.
It's not a complete teardown, but it isn't tear down the controller.
Yeah, and I don't want to tear down the beautiful controller. Why would I do that, Silverdown? Why? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can add this to the screen. Well, that'll have to work for now. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. So the Virtual Boy doesn't deserve to be ranked as the ugliest piece of machinery of all time, but it doesn't bear a striking resemblance to certain sci-fi... Okay, that's nice. Step 3, remove the game. I've done that. Step 4, why are they holding a Dremel? I don't want to... Okay,
That's for making the special bit.
Oh, I've got the special bit, so we're good. Take the eyepiece off. How many... Does it say how many screws? After making short work of the screws, carrying the tripod base of the custom game bit. Okay, so I took the 6 off the bottom, but apparently I gotta take the other ones off, so let's do that. You just dropped your phone in spaghetti? I had spaghetti for dinner tonight, too. I didn't add phone as one of the ingredients. Hopefully it all turned out for you. Most phones are waterproof now, but it might be a little stained or oily. Because I want to take over the world, Silverdown, you're not wrong.
I mean, most importantly, is the spaghetti okay?
Is the spaghetti okay? Yeah. Did it hurt the spaghetti? And why is my phone buzzing at me? Don't people know I'm disassembling a Virtual Boy? Oh, nothing important. What we should do, we should put a half-hour prediction. Will the Virtual Boy work when Dad is done? Should we do that, Cheppy?
I can do that.
Tonight's your night, guys. You want to bet against me? Hey, Savage, how's it going? That is a hard one, Moki. And the question is, to what degree will it work? So we should be more specific. Will it display a picture on stream? Let's go with that. Will it display a picture on stream? Because there's a non-zero chance that it'll display a picture on stream, but won't display a picture in the eyepieces anymore, which I would also be sad about. Alex Jag has complete faith in me, as the plastic is heard cracking. Thanks, honey. I appreciate the statement of faith here. Okay, I'm 1 screw short.
You said half an hour?
Yeah, give him a half hour, because there's no way I'm done in less than a half hour. So we'll give people time to vote. As long as I don't zap myself, it's a win either way. I'm not dealing with high voltage tonight, so I shouldn't zap myself.
Yeah, it's like under 12 volts.
Here,
Unless they got some crazy voltage for the lasers, which I don't think so.
Actually, this is the one time in Nintendo history. Check this out. So the way the Virtual Boy originally ran on 6 AA batteries. That's how it worked, and the AA batteries were stored in the controller right here. And so this was a battery pack that you would slide on and off right there, right? But Nintendo did something that to this day, I haven't seen Nintendo ever do ever again. Okay? Inside this box for the AC-DC power adapter, do you guys recognize this? Do you know what that adapter is?
PS2?
No, because that would be Sony. This
No, like
is...
I saw it before you took it out.
Yeah, that's fair. That is the that's the same power adapter as the Super Nintendo. Down to the gray thing and everything. It is literally the exact same power adapter. In fact, I think my other one that I used to work... This one says... Oh, actually, it says it right here on the back. Class 2 power supply for use with the Super NES and Virtual Boy only. So this is the newer one. This is the Virtual Boy one. The Super Nintendo one does not say for use with the Virtual Boy. But this one has both language on it. I wonder if that's rare. Like, somebody should look that up on eBay.
The charger? Or the power supply?
Yeah, the power supply. Because I bet those Virtual Boy power supplies are pretty rare. Looks like there's one more in the front here. You took apart a disposable camera, for those of you who remember it, and it didn't take out the battery. The flash was still charged. Oh yeah, that's high voltage too.
That'll give you a good shock.
That will give you a really good shock. Okay, I gotta remember that there's one. You have a DSi? I wouldn't take a DSi apart. That's too new, and it's pretty sealed up.
Too complicated.
I think I tried to change a battery in one. Okay, they may, this step 6 on the screen makes it look so simple, and yet... Oh. Splitting there. Splitting there. Actually, funny story, I'm looking right here, there's adhesive that's been left behind on the outer shell. Yeah, that was from me trying to tape it to my head.
Like a headband?
Yeah, it's like a headband, like a piece of cloth that I used duct tape to try to get it on my head. Oh, there's one more screw back here. That's why I'm having trouble. Hey, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Welcome in. Build any robots lately?
3DSs, three 3DSs and a DS. I think I have the original DS, so that's the only one I had. And my brother had a DSi.
I actually fixed my DS last night. It was having some battery issues. I had to jump it. How am I and the kids? We're all doing pretty good for the moment. We'll find out how I feel about that in a little bit if this thing doesn't turn back on. It was working when I started. Why do I feel like the black side is not the side I should be lifting? But that picture shows the black side lifting, so... Oh man, I can feel all the loose parts. Oh. Well, there we have it. We have the bottom of the Virtual Boy is off, guys. It's real now. Here, let's bring it into the light a little bit here. So we've got two ribbon cables on the left and right. Connector, there's the extension cable that homebrewers can use, but nobody else can. Speakers on each side. Yeah, destroying is not the goal. We're modding one. But yes, there is a non-zero chance that I'm about to destroy this.
Okay, so is the left and right the same?
Yes and no. They don't show the same picture, but they're similar enough that it wouldn't... That's why it's 3D, right? Because you've got the alternating images. But the reality is there's the 3D effect in the games, while it is pretty dang cool, is really not required to play the game at all. So the fact that we're about to disconnect one of these is not that big a deal. Okay, so we are past the disassembly point. So now let's go back to this set of instructions here. Let's just get a feel. We're gonna do like a rough in here. You're counting on me not killing it? What mod are we doing? We are doing a virtual tap VGA mod. 8-bit Dad, welcome here, by the way. We're not gonna totally consoleize it. We're gonna try to do both. We're gonna try to leave it so that I can play it on stream and capture it at the same time. That's the goal. Stream avatars are currently not running. Why are they not running? Here, let me fix that for you. So
Oh, you
here
have two of those ribbon cables.
there's one on each side, yeah. And so, but we're only going to tap one of them, and we're gonna, or at least we're gonna try to tap one of them. So this is what the tap looks like, and it's gonna go in between here somehow. I'm not sure how yet. I'm not that far. Okay, let's go back and let's look at this real quick. So unlike all the cool people, I'm not going to install a tap per se. I'm going to try. So we want to tap. In case I do this wrong, I want to do it on this side. Wait. this is why we're double checking everything. I want to do it on this side because if I'm going to put a tap, it would be right here. Are the kids' grades? I think they're okay. I don't know how our kids don't really get grades yet. They're not old enough yet.
More of a pass-fail criteria.
Yeah, more pass-fail, satisfactory, mastery, all that. So we're gonna put it on here in case I decide to ever do it the right way. But for now, I'm gonna do it the wrong way. And what I'm hoping is that maybe I can cheat and modify the speaker part instead. So there's a speaker right here, and I'm hoping that I can find a way to sneak a wire out of it, and it's not gonna be as easy as that, but we'll see. So this is gonna go in right here, maybe like that. I don't know. Open up your virtual by removing all visible. Okay, we did that. By gently pulling on the white tab of the ribbon cable. So that's this part right here. So we're just gonna gently pull. I'm already regretting this decision.
Just like a laptop.
I know it is.
Except you don't have 500.
I don't have 500 spare parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so then insert the blue strip. Wait, why do I have two of them? They did send me two. Why did they send me two?
Might have been an accident.
I don't know. If you want to keep the original, insert its own ribbon cable into the virtual tap's second connector. So which one of these is the first connector and which one's the second one? So main board. So it has to go in this way. So let's connect that in first. And then, oh, I don't know. S minus, S, and S plus. Yeah, we had that going on. Used to get a small card of like 5 subjects with A through F. Yeah, report card. Yeah, Link's last report card was like 15 pages long. Not quite that long. It was more like 4 pages. With a bunch of 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s, I think, in every category. Okay, so this looks like it. You guys probably can't see this, but we're going to try to insert this into here very carefully. Okay.
What other ports are on the little red board?
What ports are on the breadboard?
The red one, yeah.
This one?
The one that you bought, the tap.
Oh, well, so yeah, we got to do that next. So, and I can already tell that this cable's not in straight. So there's 2 things going on here. I'm gonna try to hold it up here. And where's my tweezers? I'll use my tweezers. So, I don't know if the camera will be able to focus that or not. So we've got the in port from the board. We've got the out port for the eyepiece, and then over here is the thing we haven't done yet. We've got all the ports for soldering right here, and that's going to be the other little fine print thing. But I'm kind of just trying to get a feel for where the cables are going to be before I do that, so I know which side I actually want to solder to. But they're all labeled, and so they're all labeled. It looks just like what you... Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. It looks just like what you're seeing right above my head here. So, composite sync, RGB for red, green, blue. We got a button there for fast switch. Plus is used to display in RGB mode. I don't know yet. We got plus 5 volts, vertical sync, horizontal sync, ground, buffer mode, and palette switch, which that also could be a problem because I was not quite prepared to install buttons on this thing either. But we're gonna find a way to do it. This is why I'm not a professional modder, because it just you can switch between converting the Virtual Boy's 50 frames per second video to the required 60 frames per second. Fast mode will have tearing, quad buffer mode will not. Introduce lag, a max of 20 seconds, between 20 milliseconds and 37 seconds a mil. Solder jumper set, not set. I don't know if I want that. The mode setting is read continuously, so a switch can be wired between the M and ground points. Okay, so we could make it so it could be fast or quad buffer. Okay, I'm scared. I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm scared. Also, where'd my music go? Bring back the music. Here, I gotta switch screens for a second here just so I can figure out what's going on. It's like it paused. Can't even see the entire screen. What's going on here? Okay, now it's shuffling. Copyright music? I'm playing Smash Brothers. What are you talking about? There's no indication that I'm not playing Smash Brothers. Except my hands aren't on the controller. My kid's playing Smash Brothers. Can't you see? Maybe... I wanted this to be as non-destructive as humanly possible. So, Cheppy, I'm going to show this to you, being the genius that you are.
Okay.
So, I took an old VGA cable, and I cut off the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to solder to the board here in just a minute. Question is, how do I get this cable out of the Virtual Boy? Without destroying the Virtual Boy.
Well...
Trying to see if there's enough of a gap on like one of these other ones, but there really isn't. Like they've got it sealed nice and tight.
How many ports is it? Or how many data pins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
Maybe.
Darn. I was gonna say you could put like a Cat 5 jack on it.
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to. If I actually wanted to put a jack on it, I could have and should have done that. What I'm tempted to do. I'm wondering if I just don't seal it up nice and tight and I run it like out the middle front, right out the front. Like I leave that screw loose and I just pressure it in there.
Could work.
I don't like the sound of a soda falling over around here at the moment. That could work. You know, like spoiler, Dots pretzels. Yeah, no, I've got Dots pretzels. They're here. They're here. Actually, I've got Dots pretzels everywhere. Check this out. Dots. Dots. Right there. Yeah, no, I've got dots, just in case I get hungry.
Did Chops ever post pictures of Dot's pretzels?
I don't know if he
I
did or
don't
not.
think they did. Oh, Plant Mama Dawn did.
Yes, yes, she did. I kind of wonder
I
if
would say worry about that later.
Well, see, I have to solder it now,
Right?
so if it's going to go through something, it's got to go through it now. What if this does lift? What if I just remove this whole part of this?
Does the speaker have a connector? You can just like unplug it.
It does, Chippy. I think we may have found our in. I do know Dot is a girl. I keep a picture of her near me all the time, Savage. See? I can never figure out how to use these cameras. Why does it have to go this way? Okay. There she is. Isn't she lovely? She's near me all the time. All the time. Okay. This music is stressing me out now. That's what we're going to do. We're going to remove the right speaker.
And then you gotta figure out a way to wire in audio.
There's a headphone jack.
Just kidding, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. The easy way, Chippy. Who would have thought? Okay, this is why we brought a screwdriver over here. And I need an MSA screwdriver.
Silverdown and I had the same idea.
Since you're adding PC video support, what about... See, no. We're all on the same page.
So what are the two ports closest to the spacebar? Is one of them's for the controller?
Yeah, so this one is the controller plug right here, and then this one right here is an extension cable, which until about 5 years ago, nobody could do anything with it. But somebody made a homebrew cable for it, and they found out that the code for two-player Mario Tennis actually exists in the cartridge, and they found a way to enable it, and you can actually now play multiplayer Virtual Boy Tennis if you get two of them that have been set up for it. Which is pretty cool. I don't own two of them. I don't plan on owning two of them unless I fry this one. So, and I don't have the cable either. So there's probably no chance that'll ever happen. But Linus Tech Tips did do a video where Linus and Luke played two-player Mario Tennis on Virtual Boy, which was pretty awesome. The trusty red screwdriver. Oh, I did not like that sound. An M.2 video card? Somebody made an M.2 video card? Really?
Interesting.
The first VR headset? I don't know if you could say that. I would say it's the first retail VR headset. But there were definitely, like, I can remember even before Virtual Boy that there were experiences that I had where I went and put one of these things on my head. They were bigger.
Yeah, it was like a big headset.
Yeah. They're bigger and bulkier, but I thought they were really cool. And they were always expensive. It was like $5 for 1 minute, or even more than that sometimes.
Did they have it at the Disney experience or whatever?
Disney did have something like that, but that was after this. Oh boy, that jack is wiggly. Whoa, that was not expected. So check that out. I just removed the speakers. There's actually no plug on that. I did not pull it out of the plug. It connects like a regular speaker.
Oh, it has like screw terminals?
Kind of, except for they're not screw terminals, but yeah. So, my Virtual Boy will no longer have this piece. I'm going to put it in a bag, keep it secret, keep it safe. I'm waiting till it opens in Florida, which is probably still years away, but Super Mario World, Super Nintendo World is coming to Universal Studios in Florida sometime in the not too distant future. Yeah, money was worth more at one point, Savage. That's true. Okay. Okay, let's put those screws back in. We took 2 out, we're putting 2 back in. This might turn out to be the perfect mod with that side panel out. And then, if I really like the mod, I can possibly 3D print a new one. Which kind of surprised me.
Hold on. So this is one color. So why do you need green and blue?
You do bring up a good point. The short answer is that the card itself can do palette switching.
Cool.
The longer answer is it, even though it is just red, it does have shades of red, but I guess red would technically do that. I suppose I could not hook up the red wire. I mean, anything but the red wire, but I'm going to. I'm going to do them all.
I mean, it's just another 2 wires.
Yep. We come to find out that the Virtual Boy was really a color system the entire time. Why do people drop pennies all the time? I don't know. So I'll tell you a story about that, Dan Gaming. I used to be one of the people that put pennies on the ground. I would do it intentionally. I'd get a penny in the store and I'd throw it like in some random place in a parking lot or whatever. And then I decided it wasn't good for nature to do it, but I used to do it because I believed that people would find them and then feel like they had good luck, and that I wanted to help people feel like they were having a good day. And it felt like a really cheap way to make a kid smile. Exactly, Neutron. And if you knew my kid, oh my gosh. You think Link likes to collect Pokemon now and stuff like that? He's been collecting things his entire life. In fact, it got so bad, his love of collecting things, that he had a preschool teacher. They had a sandbox in the back, and every week that teacher would bring in, and she was amazing, she would bring in marbles or pennies or like colored beads or whatever, and she would dump them in the sandbox and let the kids look for them. And every week Lincoln would come home with more than all the other kids, and he would have spent every minute in that sandbox looking for those things. Like, it's what he would do all day, every day. And then that same school moved to like a different spot in the summer where they were kind of more in the woods, and they went on nature hikes. And this woods went up against a golf course, and I swear there was not a day that my kid did not come home with 5 golf balls. None of the other kids came home with golf balls. My kid, I literally have a bucket full of golf, like a 5-gallon bucket full of golf balls from Link collecting them when he was like 4.
That is pretty funny.
It was, and we'd ask the teacher, "Is he stealing these things?" But no, that was Link's thing. Okay, so main board. So this is gonna go in here like that, which means the cable is gonna sit out like that, which means I want the cable going that way. And I lost my cable. Maybe I want to solder it to the bottom and have it go out the bottom. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with a process where I'm not going to regret this. This is true, Silverdown. This is true. In fact, they've come in handy more often than I can count. We've used those golf balls for a lot of things. We still have them, too. They're somewhere in our garage. Okay, anybody see what I did with the VGA cable? Oh, it's in my lap. Okay. So if we solder it to the underside, the cable will come out underneath How about we go through the bottom to the top? We solder it on top, but have it go through the bottom. That'll work. I like that idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so now we have to figure out which of these wires go where. This is the part that requires precision. That I have none. I have no precision whatsoever. So, I'm pretty sure red, green, and blue are the red, green, and blue lines. You want to do a Google search for me, Cheppy? If you're there, are you still there? Oh, he's not there. Okay, question is, what is yellow, orange, gray, brown, and white? We got to figure out what standard colors are for these things. It's about right. BGA cable colors. It's not helpful at all, computer. Yellow. Nope. We may just have to get out the voltmeter here in a second. Yellow and orange are V-sync and H-sync normally. Ooh, I think I found a website that might work here. Were you worried there? I feel like I gotta check the pins, because I don't want to get this wrong. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm out of ideas. We're gonna test. We're gonna use a voltmeter, and we're gonna see if we can figure it out. So we're gonna put it in, I don't know, continuity mode? Nah, we'll put it in resistance mode. Why not? Okay. So we want to confirm. Oh, we gotta strip all these pins though. They're all too long. Where's my bad wire stripper? Here we go. So this particular wire stripper is not my good one. It's my bad one. In fact, I'm not even sure I can claim it's mine. I found it in this house when I moved into it. It came with the house. The original homeowner or somebody at some point left it behind the water heater. I forget why I was behind the water heater at the time, but it's doing something. Okay, the brown one doesn't want to be stripped, so we're going to come back to that one. Do white. Move that camera just a little bit to allow you guys to see my hands a little bit better. So this is green and it's ground. Whoa. Okay. have to figure out a solution for that. This is way more complicated than Legos. Hey, Skippy. How's it going? Interesting, dangerous. Likely to result in my Virtual Boy being all broken when I'm done. All of the above. We do have a prediction going, though, if it hasn't ended already. Are we 30 minutes in yet? Oh, we are. We're well past 30. Wow, this is... I'm going slow. Gotta pick up the pace. Okay, let's do some testing here. So the yellow one, I think, is going to be VSync. So VSync is the inside pin right here. Okay, is it the outside pin? No. What is going on? This is why we check. Nothing. Nothing. So what pin is this? It's not that one. It's that pin. That is not the right pin. Okay, so let's try gray. Somebody remember gray for me. No, I've got it in my hand. I'll remember. Okay, so gray is H. Gray, H. Okay, we can remember that together, right? Let's try white. I'm gonna bet white then is V. Ha! I'm right. White is V. Okay. Progress. Oh, guys, it's getting to the soldering portion of the evening. Where's my soldering iron? My soldering iron isn't in here. That's not good. Let's see, the last thing I soldered... Oh, thank you, Silverdown. Writing it down. There we go. I like that plan. You guys solder at your desks like this all the time, right? You don't go to someplace special, you know? Red is H? What are you talking about? I just tested the cables. I know red is red and H is white. H is gray. H is gray. We tested. I don't have a soldering iron. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be in that box right there. Solder is in the box. I have solder. Where's the iron? Okay, I will be right back. I gotta go find the iron. Entertain yourselves with stream for a moment. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I can make it better. Here. Why is that not showing? Oh. Here you go. Watch some Minecraft while you wait. Okay, I'm back. So here's what I got. This is a soldering iron right here. I know it looks like a paper towel, but it's really... Okay, it's a paper towel. It's a wet paper towel. Don't worry, I got the soldering iron too. This is the, oh no, Justin, you need to heal a burn or clean off a soldering iron thing, and I'm going to put it over here by my mouse. Now here's where the real danger lies. I'm putting, you guys can't really see this, I should turn here. See, over here where the dots pretzels are, I'm putting the soldering iron stand right next to my mouse. That way, when I go to reach for the mouse, I'm going to reach for the soldering iron, and immediately my hand will start on fire. That's called safety. Hey, Penguinian, welcome. You ate too much bread. Did you have spaghetti and bread too tonight? I had spaghetti and bread. It was delicious. It was my favorite kind of spaghetti. We call it Radabas spaghetti because it contains pepperonis. Pepperoni and spaghetti sauce. Mmm. Mamma mia. It's delicious. Okay. Soldering iron. Plugging it in. Hopefully it doesn't short out the circuit that the stream is plugged into. Okay. We're going to turn it on now. And we're going to turn it to a balmy 400 degrees. And we're going to put it in the pretty stand over here where the mouse is. That way we're all ready. It's right next to the Pepsi too, so when I reach for a Pepsi, it increases the odds of getting burned. Okay. We're going to move the Virtual Boy for a moment. I know you were all enjoying looking at it. Safety 100, exactly. I prefer Safety 101. It's a better course, but... Let's start preparing. So we're going to take... I feel like we should start with something simpler. Yeah, what's the point? Okay, what's the S? Anybody remember what S is? Composite sink. Where does S go? S is only used here, but H and V are lit up there. Okay, so flexible wire multi-core, a socket to plug in the cable you want, VGA, yeah, okay, we're good. A push button for the palette select, which we might do, a push button for buffer mode, which we might do, a tool to make holes in plastic, we're skipping that, a reasonably quality soldering iron, that's what's burning up over here. Solder, we've got that. Liquid or gel flux for soldering and IPA for cleaning. You know, it's optional. Analog outputs are 75 ohm. If SCART is used, make sure the cable plus is used to switch the display to RGB mode. Where is plus? Plus is fast switch. Plus is used to switch the display when using SCART. I'm not using SCART. It should measure 3.3. Okay, I'm not doing that. Plus 5 is not used for now. Okay, so don't plug anything in there. Palette switch. Wire a switch between PN and ground. Okay. Control both. Buffer mode. You can write in between ground and buffer mode. So those two both want switches. I think I have a spare switch over here that I can use. H and V go where? Oh, there is an H and V. Okay, sorry, I'm just blind. You know, they don't actually tell you to connect R to R, G to G, or B to B, or V to V, or they don't tell you any of that stuff. They just assume that you're going to be smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, and that's where they were wrong about me. Okay. We're going to go top to bottom. I think that's safest. So we're not connecting S, so R is our first one. R is this one. And because we are going to do this right, we're going to check the pin real quick. So R should be pin 1. kind of teacher talks about boogers? A health teacher. Also, it helps if you turn it on. Okay, that's the right pin. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill. Okay, so we're going to put it through the red hole. We have put it through the red hole. This is where I wish I had like a microscopic camera or something. It's also where I wish I had a third hand. I need one of those alligator hands. Sorry if this is not going to look good to you guys. Beekman? Beekman's World. I was more of a Bill Nye fan myself. I was a PBS kid growing up. Give me Wishbone. What's the story, Wishbone? It's the moment of truth, guys. It's the first solder of the night. I feel like we should clean the tip off. Nice shiny tip. You probably can't see it. The smell. Guys, I'm working in a not well ventilated area. Don't do like I do. One down. Let's take a look. I can confirm it's connected. Mostly. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, let's do green. We only have, let's call it 6 wires to plug in. It really can't be that bad. Okay, green. And I'd like to take this time to point out that this time, I'm not going to test the wire, because I trust that the people that make these cables at home would not miscolor green. Why? Because it's a good color. You're telling us things that you're not supposed to do when we were not in the first place. Well, that's okay. Guys, you have to understand, I teach a lot of kids, right? About computers and stuff. I help them learn new and exciting things about them. And oftentimes I set a horrible example. For example, oftentimes I will work with a computer that is plugged in and turned on with its case wide open. Don't do that, guys. Just don't. It's not good for the computer, it's not good for you. Okay. This music is messing with my head. It sounds like sandpaper or something in both my ears. Do I teach in a normal school or a club? A club. I work in a normal school. But my teaching is all... My official teaching is part of a club. For the school that I work in. Does that make sense? I'm not a licensed teacher. I've only ever taught one official class that was actually graded. And to this day, I'm not 100% certain it was on the up and up. Cheppy's like probably watching over there, cringing, like, why doesn't he have alligator clamps? Yeah, I taught a class. There used to be, at the school that I work for, there used to be a period of time... I can't talk and solder. Hold on one sec. What happened to save cheese nips? We're still trying to save it. It's going to take a long time, though. We don't control Nabisco. The school I work for, one of the schools I work for, used to have a period of time known as May term. It was a 3-week period at the end of the year where they jammed a whole bunch of courses in that were all electives. So you didn't have any of the regular classes. There was no math, there was no English, there was no anything like that. You had all these electives. And so there'd be things like softball and bowling and movie studies and acting and golf course making and underwater basket weaving. That's a joke, that one, but nobody will get it but me. And then there was some programming courses, and one of the courses was HTML. And I taught HTML for 3 weeks back in 2003. Got paid for it. It was awesome. I have no complaints. Worried that I shorted those two. Test it on this end first. I did short them. Yay me. 89% of the chat is you. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to keep soldering them. See, what they really did wrong with this thing is they made the solder points way too close together. What I should probably be doing is getting out the flux to prevent this kind of stuff. That would mean I know what I'm doing. Okay, based on that, they're not shorted anymore. Based on that, they're not shorted anymore. Yay! You know, Beta64 should really try Dot's Pretzels. Savage, Beta64 has tried Dot's Pretzels. You know how I know? I sent them to him. He ate them live on stream. That's actually how the Trinity of Snacks was discovered. I'm watching the video, not the chat, encoding Minecraft Java plugins. Well, there you go. What? That got bumped to a higher tier? No? What got bumped to a higher tier? What did I do? What did I do, Silverdown? Beta64 has a new trend in his donations. Is it named James? The Eloise emote? Yeah, some things got shifted around. It will. I want to be clear. Don't do something to get that emote, because it'll be coming back. Just so we're clear, it'll be coming back to the normal level as soon as I can get rid of the cheese nip. Is the thing. So don't go out of your way to get the Eloise emote. It's coming back. Just not today. I needed the save cheese nip thing for raids for a little while, which is why it is where it is. You know what? I'm gonna move the overlays just a little bit, you guys. I like my face better than the whale on top of it. What's the challenge? What is a challenge, Moki? I'm not challenging anybody. Okay, blue. We're on to blue, guys. Blue his house with the blue little window. And a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba. Okay, I'm gonna pull off just a little bit more off of the blue cable here. Where's the challenge? I'll have to remember that, Dan Gaming. I keep meaning to turn a text-to-speech bot on here so we can have conversations, but I feel like it's me soliciting money a little more than I intend to be. Do you guys feel that channels are better when they solicit money, or do you feel they're better when they don't? I really should do text-to-speech, like 1 bit or something? And when I say solicit, I mean like Beta64's level of money. Beta64 is trying to earn a living off of it, and I respect that, and I love that about him, and I think it's a really cool thing that he's doing. But for somebody who's not trying to make a living off of it and is just having way too much fun with it, do you think that having subs and... So here's the real reason why I still do subs. I do subs because I want more emotes. But now we have all 5 emotes, so until I make partner, that's not going to happen. But it's easier to make partner if you have subs. So it's kind of like this rub, right? Do I want to try to get more subs and more bits, or do I just want to have fun and play around? So I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Would you prefer the stream more if we asked for more subs? That's the real question. Yeah, soldering vertically, not a good plan. Dun 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 dun. That's 3 colors, guys. R, G, and B. Where'd my scissors go? They were here a moment ago. I used them. Oh, they're right here in front of me. A little worried I didn't pull that one tight. We'll find out, though. You need to revisit the optical doctors? Really? Why? Yes, we are. The console's already apart. There's the console wide open. We're now working on getting the chip ready to go. That's why we're soldering over here. Spicy. So thank you for the follow. The goal is to not destroy the console, but it's still possible. I'm not ruling it out yet. We're not that far in. Okay, we need that note from before. So what was it? H was gray? What did we decide? Gray is H, which means V is white. I couldn't see. Oh yeah, the scissors. They were right there. Question is, what color is gray? Not that one. Not that one. Not that. So these 4 are all pointless. So we're gonna put them in the pointless pile. There's white. Gray. Oh, gray is tucked under here. There we go. What did I hear? Did you do a creeper noise? I wasn't paying any attention. More Zelda music. I should just set this to play Zelda music the whole time. I'd be way happier. Gray is H. So white is V, and V comes first, so we're going to do V first. Wait a second. There's another one here labeled plus. Plus fast switch. Plus is used to switch display to art when using SCART. Okay, we're not using SCART. This stuff matters. No blowing up my computer. Do you guys have any of these soundtracks on CD? I have a few of them. They came from Nintendo Power subscriptions. It's probably the one thing my favorite thing about Nintendo Power subscriptions was every year when you renewed, you got a choice of what to have included. And so, like, you would choose, like, I want a CD or I want this game manual. And almost every year I was able to get a video game soundtrack with it, which was awesome. What if there's Minecraft or Virtual Boy? Minecraft Virtual Boy Edition? Maybe. Did you hear my joke last night, Savage, while we were playing Among Us? I said it had to be red because I was playing through my Virtual Boy. So the only thing I could see was red. Everybody was red. I wasn't actually playing through my Virtual Boy. I don't know that the Virtual Boy has enough power to play Minecraft, to be honest. Super Nintendo probably can't, and the Virtual Boy is on par with the Super Nintendo. Maybe a little bit stronger, but not much. Gosh. I have such chubby fingers, and it's such a problem. That's what these are for. I will get a lot of channel points if it doesn't display a pic on stream. You are not wrong. Did that prediction finally end? I don't even know what side of the puzzle we're on.
Quick, stuff the blue magic smoke back in.
I can't put the blue magic smoke back in. Cheppy, are you just cringing over there at how I don't have alligator clips over here?
Nope, it's fine. I've definitely done worse.
Oh boy. You like my nice ultra fine Radio Shack roll here. How old do you think this
Ooh.
roll is? 62% tin, 36% lead, 2% silver. Let's see if there's copyright on the back. Danger, fatal if swallowed. Well, there goes that. There's got to be a copyright on here somewhere.
It's even a small roll. It's not a 1 pound roll.
No. There are no copyrights on here. No trademarks. This product is on file with the Rocky Mountain Poison Control Center. Okay. Yeah, there's no dates. Nerve-wracking. What is that? Oh, it's registered? Is that what that's saying?
What?
Is that the bet that you just put on the screen there?
No, that was the
Prediction.
KL Forthwind's recent messages. He said transcoding smiley face yesterday, and then today he said 1 to 85.78 ratio, and then Savage has also first time KL Forthwind typed in chat.
Weird. Correct. The kids are currently, well, when I came down here, they were watching the movie Soul with their grandparents. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of glad Link's not down here. Link would have been the one to be down here. I'm kind of glad he's not down here because, one, it means I get to use the Switch for music, and two, he's not going to breathe in all these solder fumes that I'm generating, which I'm okay with. How's it going, Dark Reaper? What was that?
Do you have a fan or something?
No, well-ventilated area, never, Chucky.
Chep is also at 20. What am I at 20? Subscribing? See you, Savage.
Okay, so that's 5 wires.
5 down, 5 to go.
No. I'm gonna go with 1 to go. I'm debating how to handle this, though. So, if you look at the diagram above my head here, they've got all the grounds all interconnected for the VGA port. Which, I'm thinking I'm just gonna make all the pins that I've got coming out of this thing ground. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do at this point. But I'm debating how I'm going to insulate everything when I'm done here.
Hot glue.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking lots of hot glue. Dad is currently... You recognize that, Dark Reaper? Dad is currently modding a Virtual Boy. The question on the table is he modding it or is he destroying it? We will find out.
Or que no los dos.
Could be both. Could be that we're partially destroying it, partially modding it. We'll find out. Probably in about a half hour at the rate I'm currently going. Maybe a little longer because I'm taking my time. I'm I'm being methodical. I'm making good decisions, mostly. Okay, that is too thin for me to strip with that. Okay, I just put some wire into my finger. That's great. Do you have the whole thing in your head where like you hate getting shots and you hate like that kind of thing, and like it, in your head it's always going to really hurt, and maybe it does really hurt kind of thing, but like when you stab yourself with wire, it barely bothers you at all? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I know what you're talking about. But the needles go a lot deeper, though.
That's probably fair. Your solder was sold between 1998 and 2001, so it's not as old as I thought it was. What I want to know, Silverdown, is how you determined that. Is that how long the Rocky Mountain poison control existed? I suppose if you're a Nintendo purist, no matter how you look at it, I'm destroying this Virtual Boy. Except for I'm doing it in a non-destructive way, so in theory I could actually put this whole thing back together the way it was. Consumer Product Information Database. I don't like that there's only one ground. That makes me mad.
Why does it make you mad?
Well, because it just doesn't feel right that the ground for red, green, blue, whatever these two pins are, plus the ground for the two buttons I'm about to create are all the same ground. It doesn't seem right to me.
It's a reference.
I don't know what you're telling me, Chippy.
So, like, everything.
Oh, no, yeah,
is
no,
looking,
no,
yeah.
no, I know.
But having a lot of stuff on it could cause noise. But
We'll find out. Can't really use this then. I suppose I should make a button.
make a button.
Well, so there are two buttons on this thing. There's this palette switch button and this buffer mode button. And by buffer mode, I mean switch. That one's a switch. So one's a switch and one's a button.
Okay.
Do I care about tearing? That's the real question. How much do I care about tearing on a Virtual Boy?
What is it if you leave it open?
If I leave it open, it's quad buffer with 20 to milliseconds introduced lag. Which, if I'm playing Tetris, that might matter.
I mean, but you won't. Oh, you would be seeing it on the screen.
Yeah. But if I do fast buffer mode, like I'm just wondering if I should just solder it, and then I only need one button for palette switch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make one button. I don't need both for now. I can always come back and do it again later if I feel it necessary. So I'm just gonna have a button hanging out of the entire thing here.
Do you have push buttons?
Yeah. If I don't, Link does. Oh, there's my rosin. I was wondering where that was. Oh. And there's the sponge that I replaced with the paper towel. Whatever. There. I found one, Chevy. Push button.
Nice.
Okay. That one could even be, I mean, look at that. That's even one of the nice ones. It's got like a little screw thingy in it. I could mount that into the
That
case.
is a nice push button.
Yeah. That's for another day, though. Maybe.
But is it like a satisfying clicky one?
It does not click. It's not a state button. It's a momentary.
No, you can still have buttons that click.
I suppose. You started an
Like a keyboard.
SMP and it's pure chaos. What's making it chaos, Smokey? Okay. I should probably use two different... No, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I should probably use two different colors, one for ground and one for not. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. 50 zombies? Oh, that's no fun. Is it in hard mode? Oh, I don't like how this is turning out. I don't have a good way to do this. Honestly, if they knew people were going to be doing this by hand, like I'm doing, why in the world did they make those pads so small? Beep, 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 beep.
Save on money.
Maybe, but there's still like a whole nother inch of breadboard they could have leveraged.
Maybe it's a certain footprint.
Maybe. That's a nice little bodge. That's the fancy word, by the way, for what I just did. Connecting those two wires. I know you guys can't see that.
Zoom. Enhance.
Yeah. Microscopic, super zoomed in soldering. This is where I'm going to do something really stupid. Where's my bigger roll of solder? There we go.
So originally what I thought you meant by you're gonna have the cable coming out of it, I thought you meant you're gonna have the ribbon cable coming out of it.
No, the VGA cable. More ridiculous, right?
No, it's fine. I think you could probably close it up better if you were to use the ribbon cable.
Yes, but I'm not. I mean, we've now removed an like.
Yeah.
We have a giant gaping hole. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that anymore. You no longer have stereo built-in sound, but I can live with that. And I could probably get it back in there if I tried hard enough. Okay, this is the last thing I have to solder. Then we'll check it for shorts. And then that works. And we'll put it in. And we'll plug it in.
Does it get power from the Virtual Boy? I'm guessing.
Sorry, not ignoring you. Just soldering.
Concentrating. Yeah.
Yes, as far as I can tell. And there's got to be power running over this because the servo mechanisms are part of this ribbon cable.
Yeah, for the laser.
Yeah. I don't know, I tend to regret jobs that look that nasty. There's so much open cable there.
Well, good thing if it doesn't work, you can just desolder it all and cut an inch back and do it again.
It's the hope. This is where the Haku gun gets to come out. Wait, you know what? Before I do that, I want to do one more soldering thing. I want to solder that button on just because I don't want it to fall off. Cheppy, I was expecting some severe criticism from you tonight, though.
Why would I criticize you?
I don't know. You're the professional solderer around here. Laughing at what I'm doing.
You're making do with what you got.
Yeah, see, that's the positive way of saying, dude, you should have bought this.
I mean, if you're not doing a lot of soldering, it doesn't make sense to invest a lot of money into like equipment for it.
Okay, so what equipment, if I had it, what equipment should I have right now? That's the real question.
The most beneficial thing would probably be a set of helping hands or like alligator clips.
Yeah, those I've regretted not having on multiple occasions.
I got this nice one from Amazon. It has like a magnetic base and it has like four I don't know what they're.
Arms.
Just like opposable arms, pretty much.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay, time to shut the soldering iron off. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm getting more and more nervous. Sorry for the repost, but I hate it when you buy a console and then a month later the next generation comes out. I've never had that happen to me, mostly because I only buy Nintendo and I buy it as soon as I possibly can. In fact, I've only had the other regret. Like, for example, I bought a Wii U and then the Switch came out not like a few years later and it just recreated all the games. How's this going? We really don't know. It's going. Soldering is done. Maybe.
Do you think you'll be buying a Super Switch or whatever it's called
Yeah, probably.
as soon as you can.
Probably. Depends on what... I don't always buy upgrades unless there's functional differences, but like I have a 3DS, I got that the day it came out. I didn't buy a new 3DS though, and that one does have functional differences, and I was thinking about it last night. I just about pulled the trigger because I couldn't get my 3DS to turn on. But I eventually did. It just took 30 minutes. Yes, they are predicting whether or not we will be successful, LXJag. And by we, I guess I mean me. And we've decided that success simply means that it will display a picture on stream before the end of the night. Right? That was our bar.
It said display picture on stream, but it didn't have enough characters to say like stream and on the HUD.
Well, it doesn't have to put it on the HUD. If the HUD fails, I'm going to call it a success. If the screen displays it, we win. Using the wrong soldering iron.
Wrong soldering iron?
No, wrong glue gun.
Because it takes forever to heat up?
Yep.
So, I was just about to say, when I was in robotics and we needed hot glue for something, I used to preheat the hot glue gun. So I'd plug the hot glue gun in and then grab the heat gun and blast the heat gun at the tip of the nozzle.
Here, I'm just going to use the soldering iron to heat up the hot glue gun. Exactly, Silverdown. Which, I think I have all that ready to go around here somewhere. My desk has started to become a little bit of a mess. But somewhere around here I have a VGA to HDMI adapter. So we'll see what happens. Hot glue. You gotta love it. I am getting nervous, though. This is the part of the night where I get nervous. Blue smoke would be the worst possible outcome.
Blue smoke on the Virtual Boy.
Yes. Yes.
You could deal with it on the Virtual Tab, or what is it? The Virtual
Tab? Well, even that would be a pretty bad day for me because I don't know that the Virtual Tap is being sold anymore. I don't know if you can get them.
Is it just a chip, or is it actually like a microcontroller or something with some firmware on it? Do you know?
I don't. Here, let's just... I didn't actually look at it all that closely. So there's a ISSI DG11931X. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Oh, here. This is going to be the chip that matters, though. Hold on.
Oh, you can change the color of the output. That's what you were saying by the...
Yeah. Itera, AITERA Max V. You want the model number?
Altera?
Might be. It's either an AITERA or ALTE. The letters run together. Max V. SM24.
Oh, it is an FPGA.
There you go. No problem, Dan Gaming. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging as long as you did.
Is it a square?
It is a square.
Yes.
Come back in a half hour and we may see some Virtual Boy. Maybe.
Well, it looks like you can buy it still. $70 from CastleManiaGames.com.
That's more than I paid for this one.
It doesn't look bad with the VGA port off the bottom, but you do have to cut a hole. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was avoiding, the hole cutting.
Interesting. This person got 2.
Oh, that's probably enough hot glue. You can always tell that it's plenty of hot glue when there are strands of it everywhere. Okay.
Well, you know, I'd say the bigger the glob, the better the job.
Yep, exactly. Okay, guys. Let's get real. I haven't run my tests yet. I should run my tests. Let's do that. Let's just look for any unnecessary shorts. Oh, where'd my music go? Oh. Serious?
Short?
Based on that, I shorted everything. What the heck? We're gonna check the pins.
It was laying on some screws.
Maybe. No, that's not good. No! How are these possibly shorted? Unless... Oh, I made a really big assumption.
The ground?
Yeah. Well, that's weird, though, because it's not shorted out against anything else. I assumed that the ground was wrapping the shielding for the red, green, and blue. Maybe that's not how it's done. Yeah, they're all shorted. No!
Bum, bum, bum.
Shouldn't have hot glued it.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Not yet. I'm not giving up yet, Moki.
Moki, you voted for yes. Yeah. Uh-oh. How many points did you put on yes? You'll figure it out. Don't you worry.
So I mean, why would they? I gotta think this through for a sec. Why would they do that? So Cheppy,
Yes.
you know electronics. So I'm gonna try to hold it up to the. No, it's not gonna do it any justice. So the red, green, and blue wires are right here. Okay.
Okay.
They're insulated wires. Wrapping those wires was a layer of wire as well that was then protected by a shield, like the thin aluminum junk.
Yeah, so that was another conductor.
Yeah, in theory that should have been another conductor, right? And the logical thing for that conductor would be for it to be the ground, right? For that color?
Possibly. I have to look at the VGA pinout.
I don't get it then. Why?
Yeah, they would be all tied together. 5, 10, 8, 7, and 6.
Wait. Oh, now I feel like a big moron. So, I'm cheating to test whether or not they're shorted.
Okay, what were you doing?
I'm using resistance.
Yeah, just like a ohms test?
Yeah, just a quick ohm test. Is it possible that all three of them are interconnected? Because of the chip? Because I just upped the resistance level from 2000 or from 20k to 2000 and now I'm not getting anything. So it's not a pure short. There's actually resistance.
Yes. Well, that's good. You want a resistance, not a pure short. I guess.
So would you assume in that situation that I'm actually okay? This is where I should have measured these beforehand and seen what they were doing.
I mean, if you can trace. Yeah, you can measure it right to the chip.
What do you mean?
So, like, do you actually have a continuity mode? Or, like, beeps or something?
Yeah.
Try using that one.
I mean, I don't think it beeps, but which one is it? I think it's that one.
It usually looks like a little
Diode, right?
diode or yeah.
It's still showing a number. I don't know what that number means. But that's what I'm trying to get at. If these two things talk to one another. Hey, Kingping, welcome in. Have I seen Skippy? He was here a little bit ago. So you want a leak and not a flow. That's what I'm wondering, Silverdown.
Well, what I was going to suggest is... I mean, you can't really do this now. If you were to have a short in your soldering, it would be a straight short. It wouldn't be like some random resistance, right?
I mean, that was my thought as well. 3.62 ohms, though? Really? 3.62 ohms to that one?
If you like move stuff around, keep measuring it, and like measure between like the three of them, if they're all like the same, then I would think it was similar. Or that it's correct.
I'm getting 1.8 between it and ground.
1.8 ohms?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, what's going to happen? That's the real question. What's going to happen if I do this? Because I don't think it's my soldering. But when in doubt, see if you can fix one of them. I know, Mogi, it's kind of annoying. There is a way to get out, like if you pause first, but that's, yeah, it's really frustrating.
Oh, there's two different types of board programming?
So what if I disconnect one of the three?
The grounds?
No, like
Or
one of
one of
the
the three signals?
one of the three signals. Shouldn't be a short. I don't know.
If you were to disconnect it,
Still have a
then you would.
signal. Then I know that I'm shorting it somewhere else. I'm shorting it on the
Yes.
ground. Think I should try that?
If you were to disconnect it and then measure from where to where,
From green to red.
and you say disconnect red or something?
Yeah, so if I disconnect red and I measure from red to green, if it's still shorted, then I know that those ground wires that I thought were ground weren't ground.
Possibly. Is the ground easy to?
Well, the problem is
out?
I interconnected all the grounds and kind of soldered them together in a haphazard way. Because that's kind of what needed to happen. So I'm not sure, assuming that those are grounds, I'm okay. But if they're not, that's where my problem is. I'm going to pull red out and I'm going to do that test. And if that's the case, if it's clean, I should be okay. And then I can run a red to green test on the board too, because there won't be anything solder-wise for it to possibly short on.
Wait, but it says to solder all 5 of those to ground.
Yeah, I know. But the point
Okay.
is that my gut is that that's actually where, if there is a short, that's where the short is. Okay, so red is out.
Ground, horizontal sync buffer mode.
And with red out, I no longer have a connection, as you would expect. That's what should happen. So it's not shorting on those ground cables. So those cables I assumed were ground are ground. So that part's fine. Now I'm going to check red to green on the board. And there is a resistance of 3.62, which would imply to me that they're connected somewhere else. Same with blue. There's a resistance of 3.62. So those three must be interconnected somehow, is the only thing I can think.
Yeah, on the chip itself?
Yeah. Yep.
On one of them?
Yep. So what I'm panicking about here is probably nothing I need to panic about.
Alright, put it all back together. Right?
I mean, yeah. I wish I had a second one of these just so I could test. Now, see, that's interesting. Oh no, it's doing the same thing. Gosh, I'm nervous.
So I don't think you're at risk of something happening to the virtual boy. As if...
Even if it is shorted out.
I don't know. Maybe it would be. So, okay, if you happen to short one of the outputs on the virtual tap, that would most likely cause an issue with the chips that are on the virtual tap.
We're still talking pretty low voltages here. I'm not expecting blue smoke regardless. Like, we're not connecting 5-volt raw into, like, straight nothing. There's resistance there regardless.
It's like between 2 and 3 volts or something like that, 3.3 volts.
That said, I've shorted out much worse. Or much smaller. The number of LEDs that I've fried in my lifetime.
Or just hooking them up to 9 volts without any resistor.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Let them burn themselves out. Ooh, that one was really bright for a split second. Do it again.
There's always that point of diminishing returns, though, right? Like, you hook the 1-volt LED up to the 9-volt battery, and it never goes super bright. It just stops. Like, it doesn't...
Yeah, it just never turns on.
Just never turns on. Of course, now I have the challenge of getting the red wire back into the hole that is sealed with solder. I should get the rosin.
You have a solder sucker?
I do. I hate it.
Or wick or something.
I also have a talent.
Yeah, you just heat it up till it's molten, then you just
Push.
shove it back in.
Yep. Okay. It's back in. I'm gonna look at this one more time just to see what the red one does, because now there's even less solder than there was there before. Still showing 3.6. So whatever it is, I don't think it's me. I'm gonna put hot glue on it again.
Do you want to try it before putting hot glue on it in case you have to?
No, because there's enough here that I'm worried that I'm gonna touch something and it's just gonna short out on itself anyway.
Oh, okay.
I gotta do something to insulate it from itself. Guys, we are getting really close here. It's not as close as it... I mean... Yeah, it's close. We're close. I'm just being overly cautious. So the last thing I want to do tonight is fry my Virtual Boy. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but... we want success. Okay. I do like the Smash Brothers soundtrack. So, is anybody else in chat? I mean, I know Chappie has done stuff like this, and Kale Forthwin, and all that. And Octopus, thank you for the follow. Cleto, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Have any of you guys ever done modding like this to your video game systems before? You ever... like, what... if you've done a mod to your video game systems, what have you done? Have you done, like, the region bypass hacks on, like, the Wii? Have you done something else? Other mod chips? I'm just curious. Did you get like an RGB out on your NES? One of those crazy things? You have Neutron. What have you done? You do always, Alex Jake? Of course you do. Changed out the black chip with the red chip in the N64. So you pushed a little thing, you popped it up with a little gray piece of plastic, right? It popped out of the system, then you popped a new one in. And then you could play Donkey Kong Country 64. I did that mod too. I did that mod when I was like 8.
What was the chip for? Like a region lock or something?
No, the N64 had an expandable RAM cartridge, so you could upgrade the RAM.
Cool.
And Donkey Kong Country, or Donkey Kong, it's not Country, Donkey Kong 64 required it. So did Perfect Dark. Few games required it.
Did you have to like open the console?
No.
Oh.
Well, there was a little
like a back cover or something, and then
yeah, front cover actually. It was right in the top. Every kid saw it like right away. They'd pull it off and be like, "What's this?" And you pull it out, it'd say N64 jumper leave-in system. But if you took the jumper out, you got the RAM. You added a sticker. Hey, that's something. You hacked your Wii.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like a little like or is it oval?
An oval sticker?
No, like oval cover or something. Oh no, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I wasn't dry yet. Gosh, I just hot glued my finger. Hot glue, dry faster. Neutron, did you do the, which Wii hack did you do? Did you do the homebrew one? Like, what did you do to your Wii? Because I've got 2 Wiis that are in pieces over here. That's a whole nother story. Also, if you're buying a Wii, word of advice to people. There's a version that has GameCube support and a version that doesn't. Make sure you buy the one that has GameCube support. Just like to drive that home, because when it first happened to me, I didn't realize that Nintendo started making versions without GameCube support, and they did. towards the end of the Wii's life cycle. It was horrible. They should never have done that. You added extra memory to your Switch?
Like a SD card?
Turns out your Switch can be that kind of memory, like SD memory, underneath the stand. Okay. For a moment there, you had me like, what? How did you do that? You did the homebrew one? Nice. Any homebrew that I've done with my Wii, I did briefly with the Zelda hack. That was how I did it initially. But I don't have that Wii anymore. That's one of the Wiis that is in pieces. Okay. This is dry. Oh, boy. Okay, now this thing said something about blue side down or something. Insert the virtual blue side facing up. Yeah, that sounds about right. I hate ribbon cables. I've always hated ribbon cables. Ribbon cables are not my friend. Okay, I think that's in.
Oh, I did do something with the Nintendo Switch. Moki fixed the Joy-Con drift. Moki reminded
yeah.
me.
In fact, I was thinking about that today too. I was like, if we have a lot of extra time at the end of stream, I might do a Joy-Con. Because I've got 2 Joy-Con repair joysticks over here to do. Since I've got it all out.
I did that during the tornado stream.
Nice. I feel like this is not going in properly for some reason. Doesn't seem to want to go in straight. Does say blue side up, right? Blue strip facing up.
Yes, blue strip up, metal contacts down.
I swear this doesn't fit.
Try the other end. Or try the other cable. Or try the other side of the virtual board.
I'm just gonna try it like that. To start. This one has the same problem. Okay. So I'm thinking before we put it all back together, we turn it on. Is that what we do here, guys?
Yeah, like a dry run.
The cable goes every which way. That's what we like to see. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug all of this in to the capture card here. Let's turn the capture card on real quick so I can see what's on the screen. You guys are going to lose music when I do this. Where is that? There we go. So we're going to disconnect the switch. One moment. Oh, that's interesting. The Nintendo Switch music didn't come back? Huh. Oh, hold on a moment. So, yes, it is paused because it was disconnected, and I don't know. This is one of the. What was weird? What happened? What was weird, Silverdown?
I don't know.
So the switch is disconnected. I plugged in the adapter. The adapter doesn't currently have a signal on it, and I think that's why the screen is still frozen. That's okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, do you like to regret decisions in life? Sounds good, Silverdown. I'm gonna flip the switch.
Moment of truth?
No smoke. Yet. No picture, though, either. Hold on a second. Might help if I put a game in. Okay, I'm going to tilt it upward so I can see into the visor. There we go. Turning it on. I hear sound. Well, the really good news is both displays are on.
That's good news.
Yeah. Both displays are currently working. Prediction should have ended already. Yes, there's a picture on both of them.
But not on the capture card.
But not on the capture card. But I don't think that's necessarily the capture card's problem yet. Hold on. Because we're now getting into multiple devices that are involved.
So you know the ribbon cable going into the Virtual Boy is good because it has the pass-through going to the display. Right?
Yes. Yep. We know that the Virtual Boy itself is not fried yet. We only have a black screen at the moment there.
Do you have a VGA monitor you could just plug it into?
No, nobody's lost yet, Mookie. It's by the end of stream. I've got time. It didn't say on the first try. To be clear. It was whether or not I was going to be able to get it to display on stream in one way. I've still got time. I'm not ending yet. I'm not done. I'm going to push this button. Still no picture. Why is there no picture? What can we do to solve this problem? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bypass the VGA to the HDMI adapter, and I'm going to try to hook it directly into the TV that you guys can't see at the moment. Give me 1 second.
There you go, Silver. Put the camera into the eyepiece. Easy win. Anyone know any good jokes?
Jeppy!
What?
Okay, I can't see stream right now, you guys. Can you see that?
Hey, look at that.
Okay, I'm going to push this button. Woo, change colors. Woo, change colors. Oh, there we go. There's the red on black that we all know and love.
The black and white one looks better, though.
All depends on the game, right?
Possibly.
Sweet. Okay, hold on. Now that that's working.
That is some pretty impressive resolution.
No, right? Okay, so we know that that's working. I think that succeeds. That would mean you couldn't see that. No, so hold on. Let me explain what I think's going on here. But hold on. Let me shut off.
Blame it on the adapter.
Here, I'll try to show it one more time. So there's my Twitch interface. And there's the Virtual Boy. Woo! Coming over a TV. Virtual pinball. Okay, we got all these cameras pointed at me now. I'm messing with everything that my stream normally works. That's not right. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out the other problem now. Because the whole point of this is to capture it on stream. But why did that? Sorry, I'm having a hard time getting back to the point where I can see the stream.
Hey, who ended the prediction yet? We weren't done yet.
No, the prediction's over.
Okay.
We did not fry the Virtual Boy. I consider this a success at this point. We'll put this back down here. Yes, good job, everybody. Okay, so we are going to keep putting it back together here, but before I do that, I want to get it working with the capture card if we can. This is going to be a little bit annoying and tedious to try to figure out what's going on here, but I think the capture card's just being stupid, so give me 1 sec.
Chat, you know what you must do.
So the question is it the converter or is it the capture card?
Can you test the converter? Is the converter powered? You can't even hear me.
Well, I don't know. So
is the converter powered?
Yes, and I tried troubleshooting that too. I have a feeling that for whatever reason it's not recognizing the VGA signal. But I don't know why it wouldn't be. So the VGA connector, I mean, it doesn't really say how it's outputting it, but there would be no info pin. I don't know. That's weird. That is really weird. But that's not a problem with our mod. That is a problem with the converter at this point. Because we confirmed that it's working to a display. So the question is, can we get it to the next step from there? And I don't know. We're going to need to find a different way to fix the capture, I guess. So now we got to figure out how to get this all into the Virtual Boy in a way that makes sense. wires coming off the side, which is okay. I feel like they should have put like a screw hole or something somehow in this thing. In any case, where is the cover? Have a good night, Dan Gaming.
See ya.
Dark Reaper VGA is like old-fashioned HDMI. That is probably a good way to say it. Where is the black cover? Oh, it's right there.
The instructions said to sandwich the board in between the speaker, but you can't really do that since there's no speaker.
Oh, I see. I see what they wanted me to do. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do what they want me to do. It's okay, though. It'll all work out. Maybe. Infinitely long ribbon cable. Just going to be a hole in the side of my Virtual Boy, that's all. Kind of want that cable going to the other side of it, though. Let's figure that out before this becomes a problem. Yeah, so the box that's giving us trouble is this thing right here. It's just this cheap, old-fashioned VGA to HDMI adapter, which I know the adapter works, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's the world's dumbest adapter. Which is probably why it's not working. Okay, we're putting way too much pressure on that ribbon cable. So, there are two reasons for this mod, Moki. The primary reason why most people do this mod is the Virtual Boy is somewhat notorious for having its displays go out. And when that happens, people then want to consoleize their Virtual Boys to allow them to still be able to play them on a regular TV. Which is essentially what we just did. We just made this capable of being played on a regular TV. You know what? I think I'm gonna hot glue that in place.
There was some pretty, like a cool design that someone 3D printed that looked pretty slick.
For like consoling it?
Yeah, like it actually looked like a console.
I could see that. The second reason then, and in my case, because my eyepieces weren't actually broken, I wanted to do it so I could stream it. So I'm not saying that in like the like next week or something I'm going to be streaming this, but at some point I'd like to stream some Virtual Boy gameplay. I'd really like to stream Wario Land. I'd really like to stream Tetris, 3D Tetris, V Tetris, maybe some Mario Tennis. Like I'd like to do a Virtual Boy night somewhere down the road. Because most people have never seen these games, and Wario Land and Nestor's Funky Bowling were two very awesome games. For what they were. This is true. I did just stream the menu for Galactic Pinball.
How many games for it do you have?
13
And how many are there?
in America. 14. I have one
Ooh.
Japanese game though. So I think I have 12 of the 14 American games. Never gonna hold, but whatever. You had never heard of the
Virtual
Virtual Boy?
fishing.
Interesting. Fishing. I don't remember a fishing game. Maybe I don't have
I think
12. Maybe I only have 10. I can
I
go
think
get them
this
all.
one might be a Japanese game.
Oh, that would explain it. I mean, it does have this gaping hole in the side now, but that's okay.
It's not broken.
It's not broken. In go the screws. Trying to think if there's any way I might be able to get this adapter working, or why the adapter is not working. Save the cheese nips.
Save Eloise.
Eloise will be coming back soon.
As soon as cheese nips are saved.
Maybe sooner. Oh boy. Well, I'll say this. I'm glad it still turns on. Now, if only I can figure out a way to get it on the screen for you guys. Need like a higher end VGA adapter. I just don't know what that looks like. Because it worked fine with my monitor. So, something about that adapter. Maybe I can trick it, like plug a computer in first or something. It wouldn't surprise me though if it only supports resolutions like 1920 by 1080 or something. Fails on everything else.
Oh, maybe, yeah, because the resolution's too low for HDMI.
I mean, it's not too low for HDMI, but it's possible it's too low for the converter. Rabbit with dots dust. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Just tightening it up. It's kind of funny. I'm looking here. There's a sticker for questions for Nintendo. Oh, I'm missing a screw. Oh, there it is. I didn't get all of them. And Mario's holding a Phillips screwdriver. It's the one screwdriver I didn't use during this whole, or a flathead, I mean. It's the one screwdriver I didn't use the entire time. I think it's Nintendo's way of saying, you may want to use a Phillips, but good luck. Okay. It's all together now. It's even in one spot. I have some cleanup to do tonight. Okay, so let's try one more time, just because I want to. Take this, put it on a stand, just for a moment. Why would that be a prediction, Skippy? That'd be a poll. And you assume I want to know what the answer is. I don't want the answer to that. Okay, we need to put a game in, so we'll put Galactic Pinball back in. Okay, game is in. And then we're going to take the VGA cable. We're going to run it back over here. And here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to take this camera. No, that's the wrong camera. That camera I'm going to leave pointed at me. I'll point it downward just for a moment. Adjust the tilt a little bit here. There we go. We're going to put this like this so it looks legit again. There we go. We're going to turn it on, see if it makes noise. It makes noise. I don't think I've played Virtual Boy since I wore glasses. Interesting. One of the two displays does have something wonky, and it is the left display. I don't know if that's something. We're going to find out. I'm going to try to hook it up again and see what happens. One moment. Okay. You wonder if Mario and Fix-It Felix are cousins? I don't know. So, Cheppy, to answer your question, I have Virtual League Baseball, Vertical Force, Mario Clash, 3D Tetris, that's 4, Telro Boxer, that's 5, Mario Tennis, Panic Bomber, Red Alarm, Nestor's Funky Bowling, Wario Land, that's 10. 11 is Galactic Pinball, which is in the Virtual Boy. I'm going to switch that, actually. We'll put Wario Land in for a minute. And then I own V Tetris, which would make 12 total. But V Tetris is a Japanese game. Now that's a little concerning. I just flipped the switch to on and it didn't turn on. This is not good. Let's try a different game. Maybe it's the game. Okay, that one turned on. Here's what we're going to do. I got to move some displays here to try to do this. Okay, no more instructions. Where's that overlay? No. There we go. And then poor man's solution to the problem, guys. Sorry for the dizziness. Okay. And I can see
Oh, the
chat.
Virtual Boy has a command prompt?
No, the Virtual Boy doesn't have a command prompt. Wow, this is actually going to work. Trying to play basketball over there. Okay, you can try to play basketball. There you go. Basketball's starting. If you want to join basketball, you guys have never seen 3D Tetris with glare.
Is it like regular Tetris, just in 3D?
Kind of. Improving the camera. I'm not sure I remember how to play this. It's been a while. We're going to do 3D Tetris Type A. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because it's really annoying. We're going to start on level 1 easy. So here's what you got. This grid is floating around on the screen. I could put my head in the display so you guys could actually see what I'm doing, but you get these. So like the block can turn in 3D space.
Whoa.
So then this goes here. And we'll turn it like that. Let's put it down here.
Wait, but are they not tetraminos?
They are not tetraminos. And the well is not 20 deep.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting about this game, I mean, you've got the little display. You guys can kind of see it off to the side. That's kind of helping me out in terms of how much of that base is covered. So there's 5 layers of coverage. But, like, you can get like things to stack up, if you will. So I'm just going to put this one way over here for now. We'll have a 2 wide hole for a moment. I'll make it 1 wide hole for a moment. But see, now I can take this block, which is a 2 block, and I can rotate it. So now it's 2 layers, drop it down, and boom! There goes the layer. And then it falls down. So this is the 3D Tetris. Doesn't help when JJ covers where we start. Yeah, well, sorry. I'm adding to the difficulty of basketball tonight, guys. Okay, that's Tetris. We know Tetris works. I want to try Wario World one more time because Wario World is by far and away the best game on the system. And I did not like that it did not turn on. Your eyes? What's wrong with your eyes? Oh, I think it's working. It's too red. We can change that. Here, pick a different color. There.
Purple.
I'm gonna shut the automatic pause off again. So the cool part about this scene right here is it's in 3D. So that plane coming at you comes at you when you're actually looking in the Virtual Boy. And like Wario there is kind of floating above everything. It's kind of nifty. Well, this thing has a best time. I beat the game in 3 hours and 17 minutes once. I didn't know it timed me. It's been a while. I feel like this is a later level. This is not the first level. And so like those things right there are coming at you in the Virtual Boy. You can imagine this in 3D, right? Like that coming at you. Woo!
Yeah, it's like when you see a 3D movie in 2D. It's like, oh, you know that's specifically supposed to be 3D.
Yep, exactly. But where this game got really cool, in fact, I'll just do a quick play of another game here. The one that took advantage of that effect, Red Alarm was pretty good too. All these games, I liked all these games. I'm gonna show you Mario Clash real quick. No, we're not gonna do a Wario Land speedrun tonight. I'd have to practice that first. So there was for those of you who have ever played not Super Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers, completely different game. Okay, here we go. And we'll change the color again because you guys didn't like red. Let's try invert. I kind of like the red though. I don't like that. That's red again. Let's do that one. So the original Mario Brothers is what this game basically is. Just do game start here. Some of you may remember this somewhat from Mario 3, but the idea here is you want to eliminate all the bad guys by jumping on them, except I can't jump on that one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this. But again, you can imagine what this is supposed to look like, right? Or what it does look like. because it'll actually go into the screen and back out of the screen. Kale for the Win is good. He has played quite a bit. And I can pick what side I want to start on. There we go. Woohoo! Mario. Okay, well, there you have it, guys. There is consoleizing your Virtual Boy. I know we were all worried that it wasn't going to turn back on. It did. It worked. It just didn't work to the capture card, which I'm okay with. That's an easy problem to fix as soon as I figure out what the actual problem is. But I now have a consoleized / still working with the heads-up display. I could have been playing right there with my eyes in there. Virtual Boy. So, any questions about tonight's activities, as crazy as they were with the Virtual Boy?
What were we doing tonight?
We were modding a Virtual Boy, remember? It worked, and it booted, and Moki is rich. There you go. That's what happened. Now I'm tethered. I have a good way to disconnect this. Well, guys, we are going to end stream there, I think. If I can figure out how to raid somebody. My entire office is a mess at this point. If you had to do this tomorrow, how long would it take? If you had to do this tomorrow, how long would it take? What do you mean, Rossi? If I had to do it again? Are you going to make me mod yours now?
Does Rossi have one?
I don't know. Rossi, did you buy one after the weekend where you were playing mine? I don't know. Well, the hard part would be getting another virtual tap. So we'd have to.
You can buy them online still.
Yeah. So I mean, it couldn't be tomorrow. It would probably. I mean, how much faster could I do it if I did it again? Not a ton faster. I'd still want to take my time. But I mean, it took 3 hours. That was not bad. I mean, in the scheme of projects,
penguin.
That was not bad. I could probably do it in an hour and a half if I wasn't streaming at the same time, but it probably would have cut the time in half. But I still would have been slow and taken my time. But yeah, that was a good time. 2 hours and 30 minutes. If I did it again, I'd only shave 30 minutes off my time. You might be right. Let's see. Is there anybody else playing Virtual Boy tonight? That's what I want to know. Is there anybody playing Virtual Boy on Twitch? Were we the only Virtual Boy stream tonight? Virtual. Let's do Wario Land. Is anybody streaming Wario Land? Virtual Boy Wario Land. Nobody is currently streaming Virtual Boy Wario Land. I'm surprised. I mean, who would have thought nobody was doing this? I don't get the impression that Virtual Boy is streamed in a whole awful lot on on Twitch. Let's see. Sunday nights are always the hardest nights to find who we're gonna raid. Let's see. Dun dun dun. Bum bum bum. Interesting. Minecraft. It's probably gonna be Merc. We will see though. Hold on. Just trying to see who else is streaming tonight. One of these days I'm gonna raid Stream Dad. I'd like to have a few more people when we go that route though. Stream Dad's pretty popular. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's raid Mr. Merc. He's got some exciting news. I want to find out what it is. So, with that, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Boundary Break is live too. Ooh, I don't. One of these times, Moki, I will raid Boundary Break too. He's a good choice. I like his YouTube channel. But we're gonna stick to family friendly live tonight. Say hi to Mr. Merc for me, you guys. Thank you again for hanging out with me to watch me not destroy my Virtual Boy. I appreciate the support. Hope to see you guys back here tomorrow for Mario Minecraft Monday, where we'll be playing Minecraft on Beta 64's server, building an underground mushroom kingdom.
On the Virtual Boy. I mean, what?
Not on the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy is. We don't have a pun tonight, Moki. I'm too lame to come up with a pun. I'm not feeling punny. I see Disney World in the distance there, and I'm thinking I could be there. Yes, thanks Neutron for hanging out. What was there anything else I wanted to say? Tomorrow we got Minecraft Tuesday. We've got Tech Tuesday. We'll see what happens. I'm tapped out. I'm tired. I have an annual pass, Fourth Wind. I have an annual pass. I am still an annual pass holder. Lo and behold. I don't know that I've talked about that much, but I do have one. I can go any minute I want. No, I can show. Either way. What time to arrive?
Oh,
6.
Gus.
6 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. But yes, we are taking off. Gus. The Virtual Boy stream has ended. The Virtual Boy survived. With that, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
See ya.